things. The red lights are on, they go out for 15 minutes of racing in the National Lighting Toyota MR2 Championship, and Lockwood crucially has made the best start of the race. He's moved into the lead ahead of Sean Trainer. Andrew Rufford in the MR2 car also gets away quite well. He might get ahead of both of them now. I don't think he's quite going to do that as they head into Redgate Corner for the first time. Everyone making their way through this right-hander. One car running a bit wide there, one or two cars running over the green concrete on the exit of the first corner, but it's Lockwood, Trainer, Rufford and Neil Stratton, whose transporter broke down on the way to Croft. Sorry, I missed the last meeting. He's there in 4th place, and it looks like it's then Ben Rowe in 5th.
The Class B championship here, and I think even closer than the overall. Just a point after drop scores between Ben Rowe and Andy Rufflin, I reckon. So that is actually going to be even more exciting decider than the overall, because Sean Trainer's taken the lead already away from Adam Lockwood. So 27 back through. A big slide between for Trainer. Again, cold tyres on this opening lap, and Lockwood couldn't really make the most of that. Last year's champ, Lockwood, with the double one on the side of the car. So through they come in one big gaggle, and there's a gap between anyone at this stage. Trainer and Lockwood are going to be side by side, the two championship contenders, as Ian just explained. Lockwood needs to win to keep this championship going, really, and he can't get past there. Into the S's for the first time of asking. 27 Trainer then from 11 Lockwood, and through comes Neil Stratton into 3rd, leaving the two Class B championship rivals nose to tail as well.
Yeah, Ben Rowe had a very good meeting at Croft last time out. 2 Class B wins there, and Ruffin didn't go so well. There's one car sideways, that's Daniel Bryant in the number 69 car at the Melbourne Hairpin. He loses a bit of ground.
The ex-drifter, and he might have been just doing that just there.
Just showing off. It's the two leaders then through the Goddard's Hairpin for the first time in this race. Up to the timing line they come. If it stays this way, Sean Trainer will win the championship. He's ahead of Adam Lockwood by about a third of a second. Then Neil Stratton in the number 84 car is 3rd. Andrew Ruffin ahead of Ben Rowe as they battle for the Class B title in 4th place. And then in 6th position it's number 21, which is Dan Sylvester, who made his first appearance of the season last time out at Croft. And he was pretty quick there, but exited the second race in very spectacular fashion at Tower Bend as he ended up deep into the fields, having got airborne over the back of Adam Lockwood's car in that incident. But at the moment, these two out in front, Sean Trainer and Adam Lockwood, they've done most of the winning between them. Paul Cook did have a win in the first race at Snetterton, as off-road goes Vera Aldridge, I think that is, in the number 65 car. Yes, it is. That was the car that was in 13th position at the start of the lap, but it gets out of the gravel trap, I'm pleased to report, so the race will continue.
That's right. Battles on for the lead and for 3rd position as well. Lockwood going with Trainer. He was at half a second slower than him in qualifying this morning, but he's not dropping away. Meanwhile, a big battle for 3rd, being led by Neil Stratton, the drive from Derbyshire, then at his local track, but Lockwood going for the lead. He's on the inside of Trainer, but not fully alongside, actually. So that's sorted out. But Andy Roof then, the West Midlands, I think into 3rd. He's got himself up ahead of Neil Stratton, and that means Ben Rowe's in a loser spot because Dan Sylvester is on his outside. They're both not class cars, so it's not the end of the world for Rowe, but really... Oh, he breaks it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, he braked very late and he's collided there with Andrew Ruthven, whose car is spinning around. That was very strange that Ben Rowe braked quite so late as that. He was keen to get some positions back, but in the end he's managed to make contact with his Class B championship rival.
That's right. And Ben Rowe's braking very late again. That's Paul Cook in there as well,
yeah, in the 26 car, yeah.
Not as high up as you might expect, but yeah, this has gone a little bit wrong, hasn't it? The Class B championship battle, that's for sure. So Ben Rowe might have something overhanging his race. There is a 3rd contender in there, which is Daniel Bryant, isn't it? So this...
As we've got the 78 car, Jim Mew now making up some ground as well. Ali Topley, who's returning to the championship this weekend, he's in a Mark 2. We've seen him in a Mark 3 in the past. He got to 4th position, but now Jim Mew's gone around the outside of him at Hollywood to take 4th place.
Topley and Mew gained 5 places on that lap, presumably with everything that happened at the hairpin. So Jim Mew can stay here, might be on for his best result. He's up to 4th now, ahead of Topley. Oh, he's made a mistake. Stratton's off the track on the other side. So Topley's back into 4th. Yeah, Mew's dropped back to the back of that group. So who's coming up the order now? Paul Cook, presumably. Danny Sylvester's gone from 8th to 5th. Rowe's on the inside of Cook. This is all quite chaotic, really, isn't it? And was that Aldworth out wide, wasn't it?
I think
Sideways
it was.
in 2. So yeah, this Oh my word, there's more stuff going on.
By the way, Sean Trainer, there they are, and Adam Lockwood still leading this race quite comfortably. They're well out of it, and they're probably just as glad about that, because Lockwood, I thought, was going to have a look up the inside into the Focus Yeses. Don't forget, he does need to get ahead, really, of Sean Trainer to take the championship to the final round, as we've got Ali Topley there now up into third position. Dan Sylvester in fourth. He started the lap in 8th place. And then it's Paul Cook, I think, isn't it, in 5th place, number 26, who's won lots of MR2 races over the years. We've also seen him out in various other 750 Motor Club disciplines as well. And then it's Ben Rowe just behind him. And there's a black and white driving standards flag now for number 82, which is Andrew Ruthven.
That kind of doesn't make sense in some ways. It's probably for track limits, isn't it, rather than anything else. But anyway, leaders across the line. Lockwood's done the fastest lap, which could be important. 1:53.9. They're a long way ahead, so I guess the furthest back trainer really you'd think would go here is second. As Sylvester is going for third. He's on the inside of Topley. Of course, is the B leader now in all of this.
It's a very slow car going past our window, which is the number 5 car of Ian Ledbetter, but he's back up to speed now. I think he had a little spin.
Oh, he did a PB on the previous lap, so I don't know what was going on after the finish line.
Aldridge there having another spin in the 65 car down at the hairpin, I think that was.
More tyre squeal at the old hairpin. Rowe is sideways in all of that, but the car ahead is the one that's on the grass. That's Sylvester, isn't it, who's gone off this time? So Topley is third. Who knows who's fourth? It's Paul Cook. Paul Cook's all very quiet in this battle, isn't he? While everybody else is having dramas, it's not very Cookie-like, is it? The quiet one in the battle. No,
normally the centre of attention, isn't he, Paul Cook? But 8 minutes of the race to go, so just coming up to half race distance here. We're on lap 4. As Josh says, best lap of the race to Lockwood, a 1:53.994. Lap record for these cars, a 1:53.36, set by Sean Trainer 2.5 years ago.
Interesting, a couple of seconds off of qualifying times, which is unusual.
Well, here comes Paul Cook up the inside of Ali Topley to take third place away. And the lead of Class B, of course, here for the Mark II cars. Andrew Ruthven is now into the pit lane. Now, is that for damage? He's stopping. No, he's got quite a lot of damage there. That was where he was attacked, wasn't it, I think?
Yeah.
As now we've got Topley out-braking himself, and that's allowing Daniel Sylvester in the 21 car, in the Roadster, to try and make up some ground on the inside. The 2 car of Darren Aldworth now is also getting the driving standards flag as well, also for track limits, and possibly we did see some of that a little bit earlier on. So this very intriguing battle for third place, which involves most of the field, it seems, and everyone seems to be taking their turn in front as well.
Yes, Sylvester's back there. This will make an interesting YouTube video, won't it?
It will.
For Sylvester and all his MR2 mates around him. Paul Cook then behind. Looking at the Class B Championship battle, actually, I don't think Daniel Bryant can win it, can he? It is between Rowe and Ruthven, and who knows how that's going to look going into the last race of the season, I think. And Ruthven's got a car to fix. Sylvester there in third, Cook is fourth, Topley in behind. I think Alistair Topley was racing a Ford Focus just last weekend. Oh, we got another car in the gravel. That Mew, possibly?
I think so, yes. I think it's Jim Mew, isn't it?
Who's not been up at the old hairpin?
Most of the field have, some of them twice, I think, now. We're only on lap 5. So there's Neil Stratton. He was off a couple of laps ago. There's the 59 car as well.
There's Andrew Baranowski, who turned 35 in the week, the driver from Chelmsford.
He went very well at Croft last time out as well. First season of racing, I think, in the National Lighting Toyota MR2 Championship, and a very warm welcome to National Lighting as sponsors for the Toyota MR2 Championship this weekend.
So the best result was 7th before this weekend. Who knows, he could end up higher than that if people keep chucking themselves off the road in front.
Could do. So through the Foggers Yeses goes this battle here. The lead, as it is still Sean Trainer ahead of Adam Lockwood, but the gap between them has only been about 3 or 4 tenths all the way through this race. They are going to come up to complete the lap. There's going to be, 3 more laps to go at the end of this one to make it an 8-lap race for the National Lighting Toyota MR2 Championship, turning their way out of Goddard's up to the timing line. They will come with 5.5 minutes of the race left to go. So, yep, time for 3 more laps. And Lockwood's done another fastest lap now, 1:53.575. It's down about 2 tenths off the lap record of Sean Trainer.
Yes, they were under a lap record pace in qualifying, so it's possible they could get there before the weekend's over. So Sylvester there in third. Paul Cook chasing. Sylvester is as quick as the leaders. It's just that he's been off the road at half the time, so hasn't been on the in their battle. But could be later, and that could spice up the championship battle if Lockwood can keep it going into that race, which isn't guaranteed, I don't think, if he stays where he is. So he needs to get ahead, and that's what he's trying to do. And he's got a few laps left, with that being a possibility. There's Sylvester, who has Cook perhaps coming back towards him. Of course, Paul Cook leading Class B, the Mark II division. So the overall championship set by results from the overall results, and then there are individual class championships as well. And now is Lockwood going for the lead here. He is alongside Trainer, heading up towards the S's. And their wheel-to-wheel Trainer brakes later. He's on the better line into the corner. That can sometimes compromise your line as you exit the S's and head off towards the Melbourne Loop. So we'll see if that happens for Sean Trainer.
Yeah, so 2 or so laps to go for Adam Lockwood to try and find a way through, down to the hairpin, and Lockwood still very close to the back of Trainer's car, but not quite able to get down the inside into the Melbourne hairpin. He's the faster man out there, but only by 23 thousandths of a second. So these two very evenly matched this season in terms of roughly the same number of wins and podium finishes. It's been a really close battle between them, but Sean Trainer's had the momentum in the second half of the season. He's not been beaten since Cadwell Park. Adam Lockwood was the last time he won was at Snetterton back in, was that June, I think? Yeah, so quite a while ago now that Adam Lockwood last had a win. They go on to the penultimate lap of the race, still only separated by 0.4 of a second. Both of them a bit slower that time to the 154s, but they're well ahead of the next group of cars, from which Dan Sylvester has now made a bit of an escape from Paul Cook and Ali Topley, and there's another gap back to Daniel Bryant. Various drivers are getting driving standards flags. The 87 car now getting it, that's Neil Hurren, and also we had Tim O'Brien being shown the flag a lap or so ago.
So this is the penultimate lap. For the B class, Paul Cook's been caught by Ali Topley, just half a second between them, and Danny Bryant and Ben Rowe were absolutely together at the line as well. Rowe trying to pick up some points if he can to keep a championship battle going into the final round. Obviously Andrew Ruther not scoring. So out of Coppice for Sean Trainer. Lockwood is in the tow. We haven't seen a big challenge really yet. Perhaps that is to come. There are Class B leaders, Paul Cook and Alistair Topley, both drivers who haven't done a long term battle. Oh, we've got another car off. It's at the old hairpin again.
It's one of the Roses. It's the 27. Not the 27. That's Sean Trainer. Yeah, 80 minute might. Yeah, Neil Hurren. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Who I saw racing at Castle Coombe last weekend in the OT Coupe Cup.
Bryant was all over the curbs there. Baranowski is going to gain some more spots here. He's going for 9th. The driver who lives in Essex nowadays. And they head off down towards the Melbourne Loop. You've got Darren Aldworth just ahead. Just behind them is Tim Herron. Probably done more MR2 races than just about anybody else. Look at the dent in Ben Rowe's door. But of course, that's where he actually hit somebody else, somewhat bizarrely, how that ended up. 153.403, the new best lap. And how does that compare to the record, 153.36? So we're not quite there, but we're hundredths away now. But only one lap of the race to go. Trainer 3/10 ahead of Lockwood.
Neil Stratton trying to relieve Ben Rowe, 6th position there. Yeah, Lockwood, again, another best lap of the race from him. In 2nd place, he still does need to get ahead of Sean Trainer, though, if he's going to win the championship. He's getting the fastest lap bonus point, but that is not going to be enough for him to take it. So the battle heading on. Here they are, up towards McLean's for the final time then. Sean Trainer, number 27. Adam Lockwood, number 11. I don't know if Adam's done the maths. I don't know if he's worked out that he needs to win this race to take it to the final round later on this afternoon. He's only got half a lap left to do it.
Yeah, he's close enough to challenge on the Grand Prix loop, I think, isn't he? Depending on how risky of a move he wants to try. We haven't seen anything yet. Has he been saving it all up for the last couple of corners? Because he's much more than a car length back, really, from the 4-time champion. Up ahead, Sean Trainer through the S's, up towards the Melbourne Loop. Is he going to be close enough to challenge? Maybe not here, unless it's a big dive. So it's all going to come down to Goddard, I think, the final corner of the lap.
Yeah, that's right. Only a car and a half length between them as they exit Melbourne hairpin. Lockwood needs a good exit. There's a spin for number 67, which is Simon Quinn. He's digging himself in rather than anything else. And we've got Lockwood not close enough Sean Trainer there to do anything about him, I don't think. So they follow one another through Goddard hairpin for the final time. So up towards the line, checkered flag is out. It's an 8th victory of the year for Sean Trainer in the National Lighting Toyota MR2 Championship, and that should be enough for him to wrap up the championship with a race to spare. Adam Lockwood only half a second behind. Sean Trainer doing a fastest lap on the last lap of the race, which is a lap record, beating his own lap record from 2.5 years ago. Dan Sylvester's third. Paul Cook wins in Class B in car number 26, head of 41 Ali Topley, and Ben Rowe, number 31, who's involved in that heavy incident on about lap 2 of the race. Then it was Neil Stratton, Darren Aldworth, Andrew Baranowski and Daniel Bryant completing the top 10 at what was an entertaining MR2 championship race backed by National Lighting.
Ben Rowe's car's obviously okay because he set a Class B lap record on that last lap of 1:53.486. But when Sean Trainer crossed the line, he basically did everything, didn't he? He won the race, he won the championship, he got the lap record. I don't think there's much more you can do when you cross the line to take the checkered flag. So an impressive run then from Sean Trainer this year. Of course, he just missed out on the title last year to Adam Lockwood in a dramatic championship conclusion.
Yeah, so Ruthven there was a non-finisher, wasn't he? So, yeah. And Ben Rowe took points for third position within class provisionally. So as far as that is concerned...
fastest lap for Rowe as well.
Yeah, okay, another point for him there. So he'll be, I think, 3 ahead with the way the drop scores work. Going into the final round, if the result stays that way.
That's right, and Ruthven will be starting near the back, fastest laps, and he didn't really do a fast lap, sets the grid for the later race. But like that incident, although Ben Rowe, I'm sure, I think was malicious, it was a mistake, and mistakes can be punished as much as anything else.
Exactly. And
that may be necessary then. Of course, being the 2 championship contenders in the class involved... there. It was a weird race, that, wasn't it? There were so many cars going off, which isn't particularly normal in MR2 championship races. But here are the cars that got to the end, and this is how they finished. 27, Sean Trainer, the winner of the race after 8 laps by 0.548 seconds. He got the win, the fastest lap, the class win, his that's the class championship, the overall championship, just about everything. Second was number 11, Adam Lockwood. Third was 21, Daniel Sylvester. Fourth was 26, Paul Cook. He won Class B for the Mark II cars ahead of 41, Ali Topley, and 31, Ben Rowe. He took 6th and 3rd in Class B. 84, Neil Stratton, after an eventful race, was 7th. Andrew Baranowski, number 59, was 8th. Then Daniel Bryan, 69, and Tim Heron, number 9, rounded out the top 10. Outside that, it was Jim Yu, Darren Aldworth, Jonathan Grimes, and Aaron Laverty. Further back, Ian Lettbetter was 15th, Veer Aldridge 16th, Richard Dale 17th, Andy Williams 18th, Patrick Stoner 19th, and Maxine Nichols completed the top 20 at the end of an entertaining race for the penultimate round of the National Lighting Toyota MR2 Championship. One more race to come before the lunch break, and that is the F1000 Championship. That could potentially be decided before the interval, with another race to come for those cars later on this afternoon. And then a reminder that we get underway again after the lunch break at 1:20. We've got 2 long distance races this afternoon for the Galshocks 116 Trophy. They have a 90-minute race, and the Skiwa Club Enduro Championship has a 2-hour race. Look forward to those later on, but we're now about to head down to the pit lane. We're going to get our top 3 drivers from the National Lighting Toyota MR2 Championship talking with Matt Suckling.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, down here with an 8-time winner this year, as you said, Sean Trainer. Well done, Sean. I think you've provisionally done enough now to wrap up the championship.
I think so. I mean, I'm not that good with maths, so we'll have to have a good look at it. But Adam's kept me honest the whole race again. Like I say, I mean, I don't think our lap times were great, but I was spending more time looking in my mirrors than looking where I was going. So, but yeah, if that's it, then it's been a long wait, really. I've been trying for four hard years in this car, 3 times runner-up. And a big mess up at the end of last year that I'd rather forget about. But none of these will let me.
Well, you've done it now, though, by the looks of it, so well done.
Right, cheers, thank you.
And you did do the fastest lap on the last lap, which beat your previous record.
Oh, that's good. But I think there's a little bit more in it, though. With the new track, I think there is a fair bit there. But So next race, if the championship's done, I'll see whether I can do something with the lap record a bit better.
Go a little bit quicker. Well done, Sean. There's a congratulations from another competitor. Adam Lockwood finishing in second place. Adam, you kind of knew what you had to do in your head, but couldn't quite get there. But a good battle.
Yeah, I thought I'd nailed it on the start, and then I caught the craners up completely, and I could already see him coming past. So, yeah. I don't know where we are on the points now, but I don't think I could do it.
According to Ian.
No, it was really close. I needed to win that one and get fastest lap, I think, and no, couldn't do it.
You were hanging on to the back of him, weren't you, all the way through that race, though?
Yes, and I will continue. Hopefully next time I'll go past just to prove the point.
End the season on a high for yourself.
Definitely.
Well done, Adam. Congratulations on second place. And Dan finishing in third place there. Dan, third place for you. How was the race overall?
It was pretty chaotic, good fun. Quite a lot of good stuff on my camera, which is important for me, I guess. No, it was really good fun. I wasn't quite enough to keep with these guys, but yeah, I had to work really hard for the third place. So it seems like the Mark 2s and the Mark 3s are quite even around here. And yeah, you just have to work really hard in this championship compared to a lot of other stuff. I have to push myself more than anywhere else. It's really good.
You were embroiled though, weren't you, as we saw in a battle for third place, which had quite a few cars in there, and you kind of found your way through, which was nice.
Yeah, there was a few contenders. I started fourth and then fell back a bit, then got up to third, and then had a bit of a moment at the old hairpin, dropped back again, and yeah, it was just to and fro all the way through. But yeah, a lot of fun, so I'm happy to be here.
Are you going to try and take it to the boys ahead of you in the final race?
Always.
We like to hear that. Dan, well done. Congratulations on third place there. So there we go, your first MR2 race of the day done and dusted. We'll have more from them a little bit later on this afternoon. But next up, we still have a champion to be crowned in what's going to be the F1000 Championship, which is on track next.